Flight attendants melted gold bricks into liquid form and poured it into special molds. After the golds are cooled down, they painted each gold with chocolate sauce, arranged them to dry, and disguised those golds as chocolates. Once everything was prepared, the three women changed into their uniforms and headed to the airport. Because they are internal staff, they easily passed through the security. This was their first time, and they felt somewhat nervous. Fortunately, nothing went wrong. The buyer was impressed by their professionalism and wanted a long-term partnership with them. After completing the transaction, the boss kept his promise, rewarding each with $10,000. To celebrate their success, they went for a party at a bar. However, after the party, they ran into a colleague who questioned how they could afford to drink wine since the airline hadn't paid salaries for a few months. The next day, this colleague reported the situation to company executives, and the three women were brought in for questioning. While searching through airplane trash, a manager found several chocolates. Remembering that the three always carried such chocolates in their luggage before flights, there must be something wrong, thinking the woman. Out of professional courtesy, the manager wanted the women to confess, but they insisted they did not commit anything illegal. Frustrated, the manager bit into one of the chocolates. It crunched, but containing no gold. Confused, he had her subordinates try some too, but they found nothing unusual. The three women successfully avoided the suspicion. It turned out that after encountering their colleague that night, they anticipated she would report them. So before takeoff, they had hidden the gold in an air vent. What they hadn't anticipated was that shortly after takeoff, the plane encountered strong turbulence which caused the compartment to fall and the gold chocolates were exposed. Fortunately, there were no witnesses, and police couldn't justify the three women were behind this. The incident caused an uproar. With mounting public pressure, the airline eventually declared bankruptcy. However, something seemed off to the three women. Though, could a box of gold really bring down an entire airline? Seeking answers, the women decided to find out the truth. They surprisingly found out that the big boss behind the gold smuggling was actually the airline's owner himself, extremely wealthy billionaire who had established the airline specifically to facilitate smuggling. His bankruptcy announcement was likely just a facade. He had probably made enough money and wanted to quit. Upon hearing this, the three women decided to seek revenge against the owner, determined to steal all his gold so they can afford for KFC. That night, they followed him to a hotel, thinking gold would be in his room. The rich man suddenly tossed aside his clothes and began dancing with his babe. The women surprisingly found the clothes containing the room key. This was insane, but wait, that was Indian movie, so that makes sense.